people. How's it going? Welcome to our bed.
This is the bed.
I'm Jenny.
Davey.
And we are coming to you all with a quick Arcane update. So this morning, I had told you a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I had seen in the Arcane Facebook group that, let me pull her name, because she said she was the one who interviewed Isha Basi. She had mentioned that she had done an interview with Kevin Alejandro, who voices Jace, and that he had just given a little mention about season 2. So we want to go through both articles. There's an article called 17 Arcane Behind the Scenes Facts that actor Kevin Alejandro just shared. And then there is another article that talks about the beans that he spilled. That talks about the beans that he spilled. Are you sure you want to keep using that selfie stick?
Just hold it like this.
Yeah, I guess you could. The beans that he spilled in Arcane. Do you want to just hold it? Alright. Here we go. So what she had posted was the first one, which had different facts. Really, really interesting stuff about how they filmed the first season of Arcane, like knee deep in the pandemic. So it says, for the most part, the actors had cold red against each other since filming for season 1 was done remotely over Zoom. Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
but
insane.
The voice acting that they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
if you told me that and there wasn't like the source, I'd be like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah. Try and hold it still if you can. There you go. You got it. Yep. And we'll, by the way, link these both below so y'all can take a look. And because they say more about it, but we're just giving it a quick run through. Once it gets to season 2, we'll
Let's see here. Number 2 is, while this was challenging at first, the directors of the episodes would read opposite from the actor for a couple of takes so they could understand the flow of the scene.
Really cool. It seems like they were really hands-on. Number 3, plus the actors all developed their own tricks for getting themselves into character.
That's
really cool.
Love
that.
4, however, sometimes directors were able to play back what the other actor had recorded if it was available, or show some of the animations that had been sketched in to a certain point, so they could show the pace and tone of the scene.
Love it.
This is crazy.
I know, it's wild that they did it like that.
Yeah.
Number 5, this recording process meant that the cast didn't get to meet in person, although they did have a table read at the beginning of production to form a connection to one another. That's not, like, much opportunity.
Not really.
Yeah,
no,
that's wild that the acting was so incredible.
Yeah.
And they weren't even around each other.
Number 6, and it was that table read that helped them tap into the emotional storylines intertwined between the characters, including when Jay stops Victor from killing himself. This is crazy.
Number 7, speaking of connection, Kevin was immediately drawn to the character of Jace and didn't audition for any other characters.
That's so cool.
It is. I'm going to read a little more about this one.
Okay.
He says, I went for the role of Jace. Like, that was it, Kevin said. Coming from a working class background and rising up to help Piltover, to help his friends, to help the people that surrounded him, I could understand that journey. I just loved Jace's entire emotional arc and was like, that's my guy. That's who I want to be.
Number 8. And as far as character input went, he left it up to Arcane creators Alex Lee and Christian Linke because he trusted the script and knew how much work and attention to detail had gone into it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Good choice, because it all came out freaking amazing.
Hell yeah.
Number 9, in saying that much of the cast, including Kevin, were new to the League of Legends universe, his son's love of the game is what inspired him to audition, though.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, love that. There's a picture of his fam, too.
Number 10. And as soon as Kevin landed the role of Jace, he enlisted the help of fellow voice actor and family friend Dante Bosco to help him familiarize himself with the world of League of Legends.
Yes. Number 11, Arcane was praised for its compelling character performances, but for much of the cast, including Kevin, it was their first voice acting gig.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Number 12, the show was a huge success. It became one of Netflix's highest rated original series ever, but this didn't register for Kevin until fans started recognizing him as the voice actor for Jace while he was out in public.
And I know this actor from several different places.
Yeah.
The first thing that I had seen him in was True Blood. And I'm like a huge freaking fan of True Blood. I went and saw he wasn't there unfortunately, but I saw like a panel at Dragon Con one year with the True Blood cast. And I was screaming my lungs out. And my friend that was like, had come with me, had never been to a con with me before. And she was like looking over at me like, what? She didn't know I was such a fangirl. Like they came out and she was like, ah! And she's like looking over at me like, what the hell? So yeah, huge fan of his. But he talks about Lucifer here, but I first knew him from True Blood.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in Arrowverse.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember, was it Arrow, the show Arrow itself? It might have been. He was also in Arrowverse. And then he was in Lucifer. And that's what he talks about here, is being like a part of Lucifer. Yeah. But how people in even more so are recognizing him from Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one.
Oh, number 13. In saying that, when Kevin joined Arcane and saw the animation ideas the crew were putting together for the first episode, he immediately knew it was going to be one of a kind.
Yes. Number 14. For production of Season 2, the cast were delivered entire studio setups, including soundproof walls, cameras and mics, and other equipment to help them film their lines at home.
So even Season 2? Holy snipes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Even Season 2, they're doing from
Season
home.
2!
That's so wild.
Number 15. While not much has been revealed about the hotly anticipated second season of Arcane, Kevin said that fans will be on the edge of your seats during each episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it pulls you in, though. Because even with the first episode, I'm just like, well, that escalated awfully quickly.
Right.
We're only a few minutes in, and we hear some little girl singing some really depressing song and dead bodies and fire everywhere.
Yeah, they get right down to it. Okay, so here's what we have from this. It says, you didn't read this yet, right?
Kevin teased Jace's return and said, "You're going to be conflicted in such a way that I don't know if it's good or bad. Like, your emotions will be pulled out of you and you'll be like, oh my god, that's how you're going to end season 2? It's so good." Oh, shoot!
Yeah.
I'm not ready!
And we were expecting Jace to return, especially because he's a champion in League. So we were like, yeah, his character's probably going to return. But interesting that they're going this route with him. Like, what does that mean? Like, he was very good at, like, explaining these are the emotions and reactions you're going to have without telling us any information
that face is so ridiculous.
About what's actually going to happen.
Look at Jace's face.
Oh my goodness. He's so funny. To the cast, Arcane is a project that will stick with them forever, both because of the impact it's had on their lives and the loving fandom. That says folks!
Yes, absolutely.
We are the loving fandom.
Number 17. And lastly, while each individual actor is loyal to their characters, the Arcane cast are just as invested in the storyline as the fans are. I love that.
I can totally see that.
I love that.
And I remember, like, and this is showing my, like, Star Trek geekdom, there was some stuff with, like, William Shatner where he was just, like, not that involved in the fandom for a long time. And some people were kind of like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, this is our Captain Kirk, dude. And other people were like, he's a paid actor. Like, he's just doing his job. As time went on, he got more involved. He got, like, involved in some of the later movies. But, yeah, like, there was kind of some kind of weirdness of people being like, yeah, this is our Captain Kirk. And he's like, I'm just, like, a paid actor. Like, I'm just doing my job here. So it's always cool to see that, like, beyond them just doing their job. I mean, he didn't say that, but he was giving off that impression.
Yeah, right.
But, like, beyond them just, like, doing their job, to see that they actually, like, really care about this show and are invested in it is really special.
That is, and so that is the end of that first article.
Yeah.
And then the second one.
Yes.
We're going to go to momentarily here.
Let me see. Okay.
So this one is titled, we found this one, I was just like looking at like Arcane 2 news, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Arcane star Kevin Alejandro spilled the beans about season 2 and what fans can expect.
Alejandro.
Oh gosh. Alright, here we go. Okay, so these are going to be some quotes that he had sent, so let's keep on scrolling.
Let me read the whole thing.
Okay.
Released toward the end of 2021, Arcane quickly climbed the ranks to become one of Netflix's highest-rated original series.
Woo!
And for good reason.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Alright, and so Arcane boasts a critic score of 100% Rotten Tomatoes, as well as an audience rate of 96%. What?
You know what? Like, when I hear that, it makes me think of some other people who have just, like, kind of covered this season 1 of the show and stuff. And one person that we watch that comes to mind is Amanda the Jedi.
Yes.
And, like, all the time, she was, like, taking media apart and just being, like, really... For real, like very like sassy and sarcastic.
It's great.
But then when she was talking about Arcane, all she was saying was how great it is.
Yeah.
And then like even someone who's like such a critic, you know, like of a lot of things, she just was like had mainly great things to say about Arcane.
The series, which is based on the popular video game League of Legends, stung critics, longtime League fans, and newcomers through its stunning animation, exhilarating storyline, complex characters, and impressive voice acting performances.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they did all that from home. I just would zoom.
I know, I can't believe that.
Let's see here.
Like, I don't think I'm alone in thinking that Arcane is a masterpiece in visual storytelling that has redefined how we'll view future gaming adaptations.
Absolutely. There's so many like video game adaptations of shows and movies that have not done so well, and you have Arcane, which just blew everything out of the water. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And some of these adaptations too actually had creators that made the stuff too, so I was kind of like, damn, guys!
Yeah. Oh,
Since
really?
the explosive, literally with jinx, aiming their gun towards where the council are meeting and are about to approve Jace's approval of peace, ending the season 1, which left the fate of many characters in limbo. Fans have been clamoring for news about the second season.
That's where we are, in limbo.
We're in limbo right now.
We're currently in limbo.
Okay.
Uh-huh. The official announcement for season 2, which was overlaid with the voices of Caitlyn, Vi, and Jinx, didn't reveal much either, except that things were about to get a lot messier and emotional in upcoming episodes. We did do a review of that trailer.
Check that trailer out.
So check it out.
Yeah, check that trailer out for sure.
We'll check out our reaction to
our
it.
reaction to. In an interview with BuzzFeed, Kevin Alejandro, who voices Jace Tallis, was careful not to give too much away about much anticipated second season. However, he did tease Jace's return and said that fans will be on the edge of their seats when it's released.
I'm already on the edge of my seat.
Right? Oh my gosh.
You're going to be on the edge of your seats. You're going to be conflicted in such a way that I don't know if it's good or bad. Like, your emotions will be pulled out of you, and you'll be like, oh my god.
That's how it's going to end. It's so good. This is one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of.
Yes! The Lucifer actor also touched on some fascinating behind-the-scenes facts about the show, including how the cast were able to record their lines remotely for season 2.
A little bit of season 2 started during the pandemic, which was really interesting and challenging. So the crew of Arcane, delivered an entire studio setup, including soundproof walls, cameras, mics, and directions on how to set it up. Then I would zoom from my closet to record our lines for our next season.
So wild.
I know, right?
That's just a testament to them being like, it's going to happen. We care about this. This is something that the pandemic is not going to stop from happening. We did it all safely, and we all got through a real big chunk of season 2, and then once we finally got unlocked, we finished the last little bit of it in a studio that we were in.
Okay, so they've already done with season 2, so they're probably like, polishing and doing all kinds of other stuff, but as far as like the voice work,
a real big chunk of season 2. And then
once we
finally got unlocked, we finished the oh, you're right. It says we finished the last bit of it in the studio we were in. Nice. Okay. So they did. It sounds like they finished all the voicing for it.
I was already in awe of the Arcane casting crew, but now I'm even more appreciative of them after learning about the lengths they've gone to deliver to fans an incredible season 2.
Yes. you can read the full interview, and there's a link to it. We're gonna link because that plus, if you're in Australia, you can catch Kevin at Oz Comic Con in Melbourne on June 11th and 12th. I wish we could go. That would be so
That would be pretty
fun.
crazy, actually.
Yeah. So there's a link to the full interview. No, what this is a link to is the first thing that we went through.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So this is just little snippets and stuff like that with some additional information as far as that. We know that season 2 is done as far as voice work.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is.
And what's also huge is that season 2, they've already been working on it. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense, though, because it took how long to make the first season.
Yeah.
So, but seriously, I am in awe of the fact that that was all in closets and voice recorded equipment and on Zoom and not in person and not seeing the people. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's really amazing acting. Especially
for the first time voice actors?
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't, man, this is just... Right, man, you really killing it.
You brought it. You brought it.
I think
we are here for it.
Yeah, we are definitely here for it.
Yeah, so we'll keep you all posted as we find more news about Arcane Season 2.
Yeah.
We are super freaking stoked. Thanks for hanging out with all of us in bed.
Yeah, it's nice and cozy.
It's nice and cozy. Yeah, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe so you can see more of our faces and more generally, like, we do, like, both Arcane stuff. We do some Owl House and other sapphic geeky content. Yes. Anyway, we will be sending you all so much love until next time.
Laters!